already forced out from Ragnarok Academy as the back by the double shield composition of Renaissance. Versus shield. Ragnarok going down. Pull again. Very low, being forced down, and the McCree is found by the Sombra. A little bit too aggro on the flank as he is eliminated swiftly. Another pull out, a massive pull, but without the McCree, so much little damage. The Brig on the outside trying to keep the Sombra at bay. An early Gravitic Flux, but the EMP to counter. Gravitic Flux had no value. The Brigida going down. Gravitic Flux from Renaissance to be finding its value, forcing the lamp. Everyone very low. The Brigida coming in and just slapping them around. And Renaissance here taking the first point in 2 minutes. In only 2 minutes. Quite a good attack for Renaissance here. The early swap onto the double shield, realizing that the dive composition may find troubles into this Brigida Torbjorn. Double shield. No swaps coming out here for Ragnarok Academy, opting for that Torb still, as he has ult. And the Brigida rally up as well. But both rallies available for both teams. The Amp Matrix coming out early with the halt, forcing down the lamp already gone, as Ragnarok Academy is forced to hide. Brigida going aggro on the Hanzo, in fact, could be picked off here, and is picked off by the Hanzo of Dreg. An early pick not good for Ragnarok Academy. They have counter Amp Matrix coming out, but Baptiste is picked. Stripped are dead. But High Noon finds one in the Sombra. The Molten Core coming out here. Splooge on the cut. As Renaissance is forced to back up here. The barrage of ults. Not being able to sustain completely, but saying that Thorcraft on the US side goes down late. Now it is time for Renaissance to push in here and try to take and finish and cap the second point. Toad going down on that Torbjorn. They just complete lack of damage here as the halt coming in with the rocks, securing pick after pick after pick. Sigma forced off onto the flank, as this should be a fairly clean cap with the Sigma going down late. Yeah, the Orisa trying to come back in here, but to no avail, is forced to back up. And Renaissance, 4 minutes, 30 seconds, heading into the third point. A necessary time bank, as this third point is known to be very defensive heavy. The double shield going aggro early, still pushing the cards is the Brigida. Hanzo all coming out, the Dragons finding the McCree, the lamp, even the lamp was forced, still McCree going down through it. The Bongo, counter Bongo from Thorcraft, looking here to gain some utmost value. The Gravitic Flux coming out from the halt. Sigma in the air should be dying here, will die. The rally coming in to stabilize from Professor Raj. AJ. The Orisa shield in the front bursted down so quickly, fortifying. And halt coming out. The Hanzo shattering to get an angle here, trying to get a pick, but is forced off by the Sigma. The front line of Rag just somewhat crumbling a little bit as the Baptiste all comes out, and McCree eliminated instantly. EMP catches just the Sigma, but it's enough. The Sigma does in fact die. Orisa in the air, no fortify to save her. She goes down quickly. As the Brigida also forced to the ground and eliminated swiftly. The Torbjorn turret next to follow. Baptiste and Torb on the right side, forced out. Maybe will be cleaned up shortly. The Sombra pushing in, looking for this Baptiste, but seemingly not to be eliminated yet as the Sigma comes back to help. But the Baptiste and Torb coming on the flank. Torb coming out late onto the flank. Lamp forced from Renaissance. The turret getting some damage down, but the Torb eliminated. Baptiste also going down as the McCree finding Dreg with his ultimate. Jinxie coming back in with that High Noon. Another halt to the right side as quick cleanup should be coming in here from Ragnarok Academy, halting the advance of Renaissance for the first time this map. Truly just stopping the progress of Renaissance as both teams seek to regroup here. Support ults available here for Ragnarok Academy, but also for Renaissance, even fight by most accounts. No EMP to even it up or to deny ultimates, but the Gravitic Flux come out early from Ragnarok, looking to find an early pick. The lamp though, and the rally going to secure their lives with the Amp Matrix and the lamp from Ragnarok Academy looking to equalize, get a pick, but the Dragons picks up McCree, and Dreg also picks the Baptiste. The rest of following Sigma as well, the front line down after the DPS gone. Torb, the last one standing, falling back to spawn as quick as his little legs can carry him. And Ragnarok Academy on the back foot here, having to come out with little ults. Only the Ursa ults, but to be EMP'd. Bongo down, Brig dead, but Gravitic Flux coming out. Only gets the Lucio. Will he die? Lucio low, not dead. Orisa gone. Hanzo, Sigma, and Orisa to follow. And Renaissance has been repelled by Ragnarok Academy. Really just unable to finish off that point. The Bongo coming in, picking the Brig early, and even though the EMP came to equalize, not enough value, not enough picks, not enough follow-up found from that EMP to secure the point for Ragnarok Academy. Renaissance coming in here, not much of anything, while both DPS ults available for Ragnarok. The Torb ult specifically should be getting a lot of value here against a more immobile composition of double shield. Renaissance opting to take the high ground, looking to just control high ground, but in doing so, the Hanzo is picked in this extremely slow rotation. Only 48 seconds to go. Only time for one more full fight and maybe a staggered fight if they're lucky. Actually, at this point, being forced to retreat. Only one full fight on the horizon here for Renaissance to finish out this third point of Route 66. Sigma Rock finds nothing. The shield's holding strong. From Ragnarok, another halt. Gravitic Flux, a massive 1-5, man! And the High Noon to finish up the lamp, not able to save people in the air. Orisa being forced down here and dead. 15 seconds to go. McCree on the flank for Renaissance to be cleaned up quickly by the Lucio and the McCree. Dead. He's hollowed edge. 7 seconds, 6 seconds left. Not much time. Will they even be able to touch? No fast characters, no stall characters are coming out from Renaissance, and they will not be able because of it. Too late for that Tracer, as they were so dead. As they were dead the entire time. No time to touch. I'm surprised we didn't see a ball swap there coming in from Renaissance to try and touch early, but instead, only pushing it 2 points. I say only, but pushing it 2.5 points on Route 66 is quite impressive. Now, Renaissance moving over to the defense, seeing how they can hold, seeing if they can hold Ragnarok on the attack on a closer point. Hopefully not make it as close to the end. Ragnarok defending fairly well. They got steamrolled the first 2 points almost. Almost not stopping them. Not stopping Renaissance almost at all.
Ready for battle.
Didn't repel them once until third point. But did repel them and held strong for 4 minutes and 30 seconds on that third point. Typically, a more historically defender advantage, heavily defender's advantage point, but still, Renaissance pushing a little bit into third point. Not expecting the cap, maybe. Actually, no. Pushing almost all the way into third point. And only not being able to finish off the cap by one team fight. Renaissance looking to hold extremely close here with the same composition that Ragnarok showed on the defense, except for a Hanzo instead of the McCree. Ragnarok showing the Mei McCree double shield as opposed to a Sombra. As the Hulk comes out early, lamp force from Ragnarok, so is Cryo. But the Hanzo is found instead of anyone on Ragnarok, as seemingly just hit by the McCree out of position. McCree flanking on the side, got the big stun. The Torb down as Ragnarok pushes in to finish this point. No lamp to save their front line, but the McCree is picked late, but it should not matter. The Brig discorded, soon to follow dead. The Mei as well dying to the Sigma. The Sigma of Beancan. Beancan finding 2, finding 3 even. As the Baptiste keeping him alive on point, but soon dies. Beancan should be following and not able to find Beancan with 3, almost 4 in that fight, despite losing so handedly. Valiant effort from Beancan, and as he has a Gravitic Flux here. So does Ali, but the early Gravitic Flux from Beancan can secure a lot of damage, forcing the lamp. Renaissance trying to look here, potentially, to force the lamp early so the Gravitic Flux, their only win condition for this next fight, can find the maximum amount of value. Holding on top of Big Earls, as Baptiste dies to a well-timed shot from Hollow Edge. The Torb dead to the Gravitic Flux. The McCree is traded out. as the Orisa and Sigma stand alone on card. Beancan finding Orisa, finding this Yada. The Brig with a rally, just forcing his will onto the Sigma. The Sigma dies and May soon to follow. Renaissance repelling Ragnarok's attack fairly well at an alt deficit and still able to hold on to that Gravitic Flux, only using support ults there. But Ragnarok Academy with 4 ultimates here. Both support ults, the Blizzard and the Bongo, all incredibly impactful and sometimes deadly ultimates that can be used to great effectiveness. Ragnarok going underneath, looking to avoid the angle spam. The Hanzo ult coming in here, the halt to follow, the lamp, and the Transforce. The Gravitic Flux coming out soon here. Bap ult and Orisa ult finds no value as Bap and Orisa both die. The Gravitic Flux of Beancan. As Beancan rains in shots from above, looking to eliminate these final stragglers. Has not much hope to really win this fight at such a deficit. The Zen and the Mei going down as well. And those 4 ultimates, of those 4 ultimates I spoke of from Ragnarok, 3 were used to no effect, not finding almost any value as well-timed Gravitic Flux capitalized on the abuse of both the Lamp and the Transcendence from Ragnarok. Beancan finding 2. Really an incredible performance from Beancan so far, finding key picks and having key ults. Really holding it down. The 12 ult available for Dreg. Should be looking to rain down sploots. But as I say, that Hollow Edge dead. Jinxie finding his head on the McCree. The Gravitic Flux on the high ground, just finding the Sigma, but cancelled by the rock from Beancan. The Blizzard coming out here from Toad, finding Jibo, and the Orisa and Sigma will follow. Despite a well-timed rock from Beancan, not allowing the Gravitic Flux to go off. The rest of the fight is washed over by the Blizzard as it finds 3. Great ultimate from Toad on that Mei, really showing why you would pick the Mei in the situation. Blizzard's such a strong ultimate ability, can really win fights. There's no defensive ults or defensive cooldowns available to really nullify the Blizzard. The pull coming out here, the rock stopped by the Sigma shield. Beancan's rock denied in kind. The shield's being boosted down here from the DPS line of Ragnarok. As Renaissance, hoping to control this high ground, using this Hanzo to their advantage and finding key picks with this sniper character. The rally coming out early, stacking up that armor, should be looking to go aggressive soon, but no aggressiveness to be found, still holding passive on that high ground. Hitman destroyed by Drag on that Torbjorn. Maybe the Sigma on high ground, forced off from Renaissance. McCree flanking, somehow find himself in the building, killed quickly on the flank as the Mei no cryo forced to back up. The Orisa Bongo coming out here to try and stabilize this fight, but the Gravitic Flux in kind, dealing so much damage. Sigma going down, Ollie not standing a chance, and either is Thorcrap from that Orisa as Mei and Baptiste soon to follow in this team fight. Dyad, just a late Bongo coming out there after losing 2. A questionable Bongo, to be sure. Not much chance of winning that fight. Even with the Bongo, the Gravitic Flux is coming out to nullify the ultimate, but they did force out the Gravitic Flux, and they do still have Trans. An aggressive Trans here with almost nothing to really stop them or punish them without that Trans. The Ant Matrix coming out early, walled off from Toad. The Lamp forced early from Ragnarok. Hitman dead as the door picks up 2. Bap and the McCree dead. The Gravitic Flux coming out and still too late. And doesn't get nearly enough. If that had killed 4, maybe, but even then, too much work done by the Torbjorn of Dreg to be done. Ragnarok regrouping once again. Renaissance looking fairly good. 40 seconds left. One last fight. Full ultimates for Ragnarok. Less so than they had last fight. A better chance than last fight for Renaissance to hold. And that Torbjorn, with that ultimate, can get a lot of value. McCree dead. Late. Only 25 seconds left. If they regroup now, it's going to be a very rushed fight, but they will not regroup. They will still continue to push. The Hanzo ult ready to force them out of the gas station if need be. As Hollow looking to get optimum value, possibly with a halt here. On the thing, the Ant Matrix coming out from Ragnarok Academy. The Mei ult just yeeted into the distance. The Hanzo ult coming out, followed by the Trance from Ragnarok's counter. The pull coming out here from Renaissance. finding nothing. The Ant Matrix to neutralize as Drag finds the Baptiste in the back. The Sigma in the air, but canceled by a rock from Ollie. Counter Gravitic Fluxes 4 go in the air, but 2 DPS for Ragnarok go down. The lamp into counter as Zen is eliminated swiftly, and that is the second map in Route 66 going to Renaissance, tying up the series 1-1. Ragnarok only able to cap first point. Renaissance holding strong on second. Bean Can on that Sigma. Absolute massive plays on first point. Great Gravitic Fluxes getting optimum value and canceling ultimates and somehow finding incredible picks he should not have found. But leading Renaissance to victory on Route 66. A masterclass of the Sigma. And really, even with that quite large ult advantage from Ragnarok going into that last fight, the 4 ultimates, since the Gravitic Flux had been forced out in the fight before, there was no worries about what they were going to use Lamp for. They knew exactly what to use Lamp for in the Mei ult. And responding in kind, backing up, kiting the Mei ult. Really an odd choice from Toad to throw the Mei ult from so far away with little follow-up to really capitalize on it. But that is how it went as Renaissance takes the second map, tying up the series 1-1. And as we wait for the next map to start, there will be some good shout-outs to have. Of course, you're watching Revolution Overwatch here on twitch.tv/Revolution Overwatch spelled out. Revolution Overwatch completely spelled out. Of course, these will be going on YouTube later at a later date, but here you can catch the action firsthand at, again, twitch.tv/Revolution Overwatch. The Twitter of the day to follow is @_RevolutionOW. Again, @_RevolutionOW. The Twitter to follow. A great place to be, a great feed to look at, really. Of course, there's also the Discord to join. To be a part of Revolution Esports Discord, type !Discord in the chat, and you will find a link, an invite to the Discord, and you can join us at this great community. Again, there is also the option available of Patreon if you would like to show support, Revolution user support. All donations that go into Patreon go 100% back into community. I'm a volunteer. I will not make anything off this, and anyone else is not going to make a dime off this. All of the Patreon donations go straight back into the community for prize pools and all those other necessary funds needed to keep this amazing, vibrant community going. Again, !Patreon in the chat if you want to be a supporter of our Patreon. Of course, also, Rogue Energy discount code. If you ever use Rogue Energy, our affiliate link is down below in the channel. A code of TORB10. And that TORB10, TORB 10. And that is also an !Rogue in the chat, ROGUE, to find that. Again, all of that goes back into the community, into this amazing community where we provide these grand matches here for your entertainment. The next map to be Assault, options for today, Hanamura, Temple, and Volskaya. All of these great options looking for either team here, as both of them showed Double Shield in that last, and while the Double Shield definitely looked a little bit more polished from Renaissance, that was mostly off the back of some great Orisa play. Anubis should be our map here. Anubis, a controversial map, 2CP map, as the meme of Draw Anubis coming in from the olden days, from the inception of the map, really. Anubis has always been a more defensive-heavy map, and it's extremely difficult to really have great offenses, but it can be done, and has been done, favoring a little bit more dive at times on the first point, able to really combo things out. Renaissance choosing to defend here, Ragnarok on the attack. Renaissance hoping to replicate the defense from Route 66, a great defense there holding them to the second point of Route 66. But on Anubis, defenders have a couple options, but typically end up choosing one, or only one, which is a more bunker or brawly comp holding on the platform. But there is the option that dive could be played on the defense here. A monkey can get a lot of value off holding the early high ground and keeping it away from any pesky snipers, or even a Pharah, potentially, from Ragnarok Academy. But it will seem as we get in here to Temple of Anubis underway shortly. Again, Renaissance tying up the series. Last map on Route 66, 1-1. Able to really have a great offense and a great defense as we're looking to enter Temple of Anubis here. Ragnarok Academy hoping to bounce back and take up 2-1 lead here on the attack. The first initial attack of Temple of Anubis. Again, from that last thing we saw, the swap, Renaissance swapping off to a double shield composition as soon as they saw the Brigitte and the Torbjorn from the side of Ragnarok Academy, and which paid dividends for them as the double shield really seemed to just roll over the opponent.
Initiating match.
Ragnarok, not the map they would have wanted, especially coming in here with that 1-0 already from earlier in the week. Again, this was a makeup match due to some technical server issues earlier in the week, but they seem to have been relieved as our teams are playing at maximum capacity, at peak
Ready for battle.
server productivity here. Sorry about that. As Renaissance on the defense, opting again into a Torbjorn Brigitte double shield composition with the Hanzo. The exact same look they showed on Route 66 defense. The Hanzo from Hollow Edge, able to control high ground and find alternate angles at a McCree, who is a lot more susceptible with not no movement abilities, as he does have the roll a lot less. And without able to wall climb, McCree's angles are much more limited than Hanzo. Hanzo able to find some pretty cheeky angles to try and take. Ragnarok Academy on the attack here, showing the double shield with the Symmetra, looking to TP around and avoid the damage from Renaissance. The TP coming out early. The Baptiste not taking it though. Baptiste kept the choke and killed immediately. Did not press the interact key, it seems. Take the turret as Lucio as well. And that's the attack gone for Ragnarok Academy, as the Baptiste seemingly stuck at choke, and without the Baptiste, without the lamp, without the healing, the massive amounts of healing the Baptiste affords, simply not able to sustain. The Lucio falling as well. No supports means a dead fight. Ragnarok here looking to come back in, have a much better attack than last time. Hopefully the Baptiste does not get stuck at choke once again, but we shall see as they set up again for the next attack. Paul's coming out early, forcing out both shields from Ragnarok, as the Baptiste again is picked before the Symmetra turret can go on. Now, without being able to teleport with the Baptiste, they just have to back out here. You cannot take that fight. You cannot take those angles, those rotations, without a lot of healing to really sustain you through them, or even the defensive cooldown of the lamp to save you from a good halt. Rock from the side of Renaissance. Renaissance, they did lose a tick, but it's not the end of the world. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Ragnarok still very much able to be defended here, as the Hulk coming out early, forcing the Sigma on the ground and dead. A great Halt Rock combo coming in from the front line of Renaissance. The opposing Sigma eliminated the Mei on the right side. The wall finds nothing. The Mei also rocked. Great rocks from Bean Can all around, as Ragnarok forced the huddle on that thing. The Sigma coming in, going to shield early, not to get rocked once again, as they make the full rotation. Of course, no Symmetra this time, as they do have the Mei. The shield broken from the side of Ragnarok. As the Hulk comes into the choke, the Sigma shield broken as well. The rest of the shield, but the Hanzo all forcing the lamp and the Ant Matrix coming. Anyone lamp left. You can't survive against that with no lamp and no healing. As I say that, the tourbillon goes down, but not enough. As the DPS, what? Ragnarok Academy, Gravitic Fluxing. Ollie dying before his Gravitic Flux can hit. Lucio on the point, but this should be a clean fight for Renaissance, as trying to escape, but with a little bit futile. Sigma booped off, but not much to do with that boop, just having to back up and regroup. The Gravitic Flux, they're very questionable. Again, we've seen a couple questionable ults from Ragnarok Academy coming out way late in the fight after losing key members. Sometimes ults can't save you from being down 2 or even 1 key member of your team. The ultimate just can't save you, and dying early in the ult definitely won't help you. The Sigma pretty vulnerable in the air with no shift and no... Oh, the Baptiste dead again! That's 3 fights now where the Baptiste is picked almost instantly. Not what you want to see. The rally armor coming out very early, 40 seconds from Renaissance looking to push here. The Hanzo keeping them in. And the tank line for Renaissance threatening to engage at any moment. The Hulk coming out. The Lucio dead! The support! So vulnerable in the backline. And not able to be saved. The Lucio dying. The McCreo coming out. The Baptiste on the side of Renaissance is dead though. The Bongo comes out with the Gravitic Flux. And the Torbjorn. The lamp is dead. The Torball gets so many off the back of that Gravitic Flux. So much damage coming down in a little tiny room. Not where you want to be fighting against a Torb, a Sigma, and a Hanzo. The Torb turret defining the Lucio mid-beat. There is no one to touch here. As Renaissance holding strong, only allowing 1 tick to be taken by Ragnarok. Really a very strong showing for Renaissance. They're a strong defense. Really an impressive performance, picking the supports every single fight. Really just highly unfortunate for Ragnarok, where your Baptiste dies 3 of those fights, not in a row, but 3 of those fights. The only time they got much done was when they TP'd after Bap dies and they just hold on point and take a tick. But besides that, not much ever done. Renaissance holding strong on that platform with that double shield style, as I said earlier. One of the styles, one of the most go-to styles for this first point, as Rein is banned. Not allowing for a Rein Diva to show up. But it does seem Ragnarok here going for a similar defense. Actually, subbing out the Hanzo for a Junkrat here from Ragnarok Academy, as they hope to defend much harder, as they basically have to get a full hold here if they want to prevent Renaissance from taking the map. Very strong defense from Renaissance, forcing Ragnarok to be much less forgiving in how they can handle this point. The Junkrat here offering more spam damage, but without the Brigitte, much less of a frontline battle that can be won. And Renaissance, the same exact composition as the defense, except for the Torb having a Mei, looking to get into this left room possibly and try and take space. Walling off, failing the wall in a sense. There's still perfect line of sight onto the choke. The Hulk coming out, the block to follow, but misses as Ragnarok suddenly falls back to point after forcing the lamp. Renaissance, ample opportunity to just wait for that cooldown to come back up, that key cooldown to come back up, not having to force anything, but in saying that, they will be pushing up here, forcing Ragnarok into a corner. The Mei wall separating the tank line. They can force down the... put down massive amounts of damage onto this Orisa, who has no fortify, and the Orisa goes down. But Sigma and Orisa on the side of Renaissance to follow, as the Ragnarok Academy frontline stays strong, with Orisa being rezzed back to life by Scripta's Mercy. The Junkrat pushing down damage on top of the remaining scragglers from Renaissance. The Baptiste pushing them as the Sigma flanks them from behind, but Hollow Edge managing to find the Baptiste another well-timed shot. Really a great asset to them on the Hanzo the entire series so far. Able to find key picks and great shots and great ults all around. Now, Renaissance looking to just force it down main with the Baptiste. Ant Matrix forcing down the shield. The Torb turret should be following them. Mercy! Mid-res is dead. The Torb coming in. The Tire looking to find something, but just finds the lamp. The Torb as well. Forced off a point. That's Renaissance. Takes Anubis, capping the first point with one tick. As strong as a defense as that was a similarly strong offense, only faltering one. And Hollow Edge with that absolutely key pick onto the back. Possibly a very hard decision from the Baptiste to try and push that room by himself with the Sigma flanking from behind. His head exposed to Hollow's extremely accurate bow. Unfortunately for Ragnarok, they will be down in the series 2-1 after taking the first map. Not what they wanted to see. Route 60 1-0. 1-0. Ragnarok Academy, they're winning their 1-0, capping that first. Not Ragnarok Academy, sorry. Renaissance on the offense there was able to cap Anubis first with the much lower requirement of only 1.5 ticks, basically, after the splendid defense, as Ragnarok really tried to force into a small enclosed area of a room against a Torb, Hanzo, and a Sigma, and found that walking into that deadly alt combination proves too much. The Grid of Flux sends him into the air and slams him down, leaving half health, while the Torb ult cleans up the rest. A deadly combo coming out from Renaissance's Bean Can and Dreg. Really, Bean Can and Dreg being extremely proficient the entire series so far. Hollow Edge also being that rock, that city rock on the Hanzo, finding consistent picks for them, as the Torb does a lot of damage as well from Dreg. Looks here, there's Ragnarok Academy's map pick for hybrid. Options are King's Row, Nuambani, and Eichenwald. Now, the thought of hybrid is that has some of the best maps in the game. King's Row and Eichenwald typically considered some of the better maps, some of the best maps. King's Row, a fan favorite. Both of those maps offering more tight angles at some points. King's Row in specific, a map known for its Rhine, but with Rhine being banned, we won't be seeing the Reinhardt if King's Row is picked. We're more likely to be seeing an Orisa Sigma or Orisa Diva kind of compositions there. More similar kind of brawling, slower than a Rhine composition for sure, but still able to find the same close quarters effectiveness that a Rhine comp would be hoping to achieve. Eichenwald as well, another map where for the first 2 points you have more opportunity to run different things. First point is typically with Rhine being banned, a double shield kind of map, but it does seem that Ragnarok Academy will be opting into the King's Row, into that more close ranged map with the Orisa and potentially the Sigma. I would expect to see a mirror from both teams here, the Orisa Sig on both sides, as that seems to be what they prefer to run on other maps, even 6, which has been a dive map for much of its lifetime. But the teams with the Torbjorn and the Brigitte on both sides opting into a double shield mirror and not wanting to try to dive into the Torb. I would want to see here Dreg Torb again. Dreg's Torb was popping, absolutely insane on Route 66. And on King's Row, where the Torb can spam down chokes and spam onto squishies in the back line. Much more can be very, very, very effective. Does seem we'll be entering games shortly, as once again I want to shout out a couple of things. Twitter, of course, at _revolution OW. Again, at _revolution OW. A great place and a great thing to follow. At any point in time, you get updates on games and score lines, as you would. Discord as well. Discord.revolutionesports.games is the URL you're looking for. But if that is too long for you to type, !Discord in the chat can give you a link as well to that Discord. We'd love for you to join us, part of our community. We'd love to see new faces around here, and we do definitely love to see new faces and people joining our community as we try our best to really up it every single time. This is our 3rd season of Revolution so far. Technically our 6th, but officially our 3rd season of Revolution. And we are striving to improve every season, and we would love to see you be a part of that improvement. Should be having here, going underway into King's Row shortly. Renaissance again opting for that defense, and Ragnarok on the attack to start. Renaissance, typically you would see most teams pick defense. You set your own pace, you set the pace of the map, you set what your goal is to achieve, and typically if you set a really good one, it makes attacking much, much easier. But yeah, Renaissance on the defense here. I would expect to see the Orisa Sigma again, Dreg's Torb, very strong. As for the Hanzo, we could see some variation there. Most May, we could see the May coming in, the May Torbjorn, but
Ready for battle.
no, still opting for that Hanzo. Renaissance deciding that the Hanzo Hollow, finding those key picks, clicking the heads of the side of Ragnarok Academy in a May or May Wall. I'd be inclined to agree with them on some cases. Hollowed finding the necessary picks when needed, as he really just popped off on the Hanzo in multiple instances. But the Torb coming back out from Dreg really found a lot of value against Ragnarok in both Route 66 and Anubis. Ragnarok looking at a dive composition, not something you would typically see on King's Row, as the Sigma, the double shield, looking to shut down this dive. The Torb Brigida, we could be seeing Ragnarok swap, but Diva under fire early. Lucio taken out by Dreg. Again, finding key picks when needed. Toad on the Doom Fist, the Doom Samba, also called Hack Fist in some circles, with a Lucio Mercy. Ragnarok setting up on the high ground, getting around despite the set up. The turret in a very, very cool angle there, but will be eliminated quickly, not much to defend itself. The Toad on the Doom looking for that backline, coming up onto Dreg. Dreg under fire. Will go down to the Samba from Gypsy, but Toad to be traded out as the Brig forcing them back, really. The Brigida getting so much control as killing the Mercy mid-res as the Diva gets DMAxed by Beam Can. Still kept in the backline, eliminated quickly as Dreg waddles his way back from spawn. Renaissance repelling Ragnarok there. The defense holding. Despite the early loss of Dreg, Professor AJ able to exert control and just control space, and really picking up the kill on the Mercy is critical there. Allowing that res could have led to the loss of the points. Sombra from Gypsy setting up behind, waiting for a hack, looking for a hack onto the Baptiste or the Brig, ready to go on any target that the main tank calls to dive. It looks like Ragnarok is looking to take high ground from Bean Can instead on that Sigma. A good decision, as the Sigma on the high ground can absolutely ruin your day, forcing them into the corner. Really a defensive position taken here from Renaissance, as they have to do, as they've lost high ground control. You could see them try to swap over and try to go for where the attackers would more open space, but the Monkey halted in early. Hollow going down quickly, but traded out on Juicy. Dreg finding the key pick again. The Bongo and Rally coming out. Toad going down for Ragnarok. The Lucio on point should be falling shortly, but will evade Dreg for the time being, as the Monkey on point, buying space for the res, trading his life for Toad. Resurrection, as Toad attempts to leave, but will simply die again. Res just to die. Not what Toad would have wanted, seeing that gray screen again. Seeing the respawn timer again, my bad. Seeing the respawn timer once again. The Sigma ult and Hanzo ult and Torb ult all available here for Renaissance. Again, you saw how deadly that combo was on a... Once again, we could be seeing the Splooge And the Sigma ult coming out early with the Hanzo ult, but finds nothing except for the Lucio, who goes down. The lamp destroyed by Toad's Doom ult, finding the Baptiste, but will be traded out. Sombra and Diva also falling, but Thorcraft able to find Sigma. A late kickoff could be very beneficial for the much faster comp of Ragnarok, but the Hanzo Hollow trying to force this monkey down. The monkey very low, being kept up by the Mercy. Hanzo potentially overextending, but will back up with that leap ability. A Sigma back, the EMP coming in with the bomb! The lamp on the ground does not protect Professor AJ, as the Brig and the Hanzo both go down. Baptiste going to follow the front line, no choice but to really die, as there's not much to prevent them from preventing the taking of this point, so either they have to back up now or die. So it's not the stagger. Larissa from Renaissance will do just that, dying. The Sigma and Torb run for the hills. Larissa at a staggered spawn, not allowing them to hold close. You really wanted to see Renaissance back up immediately, as so they could get another contest early on in this choke, this under archway on King's Row. Infamous for the holds that are brought by defenses there, but still, bringing Ragnarok to the final second of that point. A very good defense there from Renaissance. 2 minutes to go for Ragnarok on the attacks in the street phase after capping first. The Sigma Rock from Beancan finding the opposing Sigma. The Halt coming out. McCree low and dead! Will be eliminated by the Halt combos. Really masterful Halt combos. So far, the beat coming out to send him to this fight. The Baptiste hack. No lamp can come out. The Samba traded out the flashbang from Hollow. Strikes true. As he then picks up the Lucio as well. The Orisa having no choice but to die. No Bap here from the side of Ragnarok makes their front line much harder to sustain. With only the Lucio. As I say that, as the Mercies dies, the Lucio does swap over to the Bap after beating. Now, much more of a stable front line with that lamp able to keep them in a fight. The Torb turret up top should be eliminated quickly. Not very safe. This is the shield's forced down. Bongo coming out here from Otto. The Torb finding Mercy, and the Sombra soon to follow. 50 seconds left, and this looks like a lost fight. For Ragnarok again! A late Halt. A Halt Sigma combo coming up from Ragnarok. It finds no value as the lamp is there to dissuade the deaths. Riddick Flux and Twelball coming out. Pushback from Renaissance. Finding 3. Dreg does, as Mercy is soon to follow. And really, again, just late use of a ultimate, a key ultimate that finds 0 value because you're down 2 in a fight that you have no business winning. Best just save those for next fight. And stockpile as many ults as you can. Now, Hollow looking for that. The Creole could be boosted by the Ant Matrix. Will be boosted by the Ant Matrix, but will be cancelled as the lamp comes out on the corner. The EMP coming in, finding 6! The lamp dies quickly, but Thorcraft running into his death, it would seem. The rest coming out, but the Sigma and also going down. The Brigida dead for Renaissance, but Ragnarok missing their Sigma could lead to a lost fight for them. Torbjorn on the Hanzo will lose the duel to Toad. Dreg turret picking up Mercy. The turret still in the fight. But still remember, no will die. McCree also dead. The wrecking ball back from Ollie, looking to stall this fight out and lead to a victory for Ragnarok. And it looks like it will do just that. No DPS available. Oh, the hacked! Bean Can's ultimate is hacked! No value coming out from that Sigma ultimate. He does find the Baptiste, but will be rezzed up. That's what the Mercy affords you. It affords you a mistake. The Torbjorn coming out, hacked, but that does not cancel the ult. As the Hammond fed into the backline of Renaissance. The Torball buying so much space, buying so much damage. Oh! Ragnarok first forced off the point. Only capping the first point and pushing it into Streets phase. Switching sides. Really unfortunate there from Ragnarok that just seemed that the
Initiating
Hammond died so quickly running into the back line. Not much could have been done to help that Hammond. But the Torbolt coming out from Dreg, another great Torbolt, finding so much damage and really zoning them off of the fight. Only the tanks can stay, but the tanks are going to take damage. And of course, the Orisa melting up, as Torbolt does do more damage to armor, if I'm not mistaken. And Orisa, mostly armor, burning up to a crisp and just focused down. Another great defense here from Renaissance, keeping it to Streets phase, keeping the attack of Ragnarok. Ragnarok now on the defense, hoping to find more luck here. As Ragnarok, again, similar situation. They have to hold extremely well against this, frankly, very strong-looking Renaissance team. But we'll see how it goes. Again, opting for the Mercy. Not a Brigitte, a Mercy. Really able to remedy those mistakes made with a May Torbjorn against Renaissance's double shield comp. Similar to what they were in the beginning, but Dreg on the Hanzo now and Hollow Sight. The Halt Rock coming out from Ragnarok, forcing cooldowns, forcing Fortify. As Toad seems to want to replicate Dreg's success. Here, the front shield going down. Sigma ult, not the Sigma shift force out from Ragnarok. The Halt coming out, a massive ult, 5th, 6th. Lots of damage going down, forcing the tank line of Renaissance to play a little more passive here. The Ant Matrix coming out, a Halt should be following soon. The Maywall crumbling, the Halt soon to follow on the corner. The Orisa taking massive amounts of damage. Toad as well, going very low. The lamp here prevents death at the hands of the Sigma ult. As another Halt coming out. Toad finding Dreg though. Now Dreg on the receiving end of a Torbjorn's headshot. As the Ant Matrix, counter Ant Matrix coming out from Ragnarok, picking the Orisa. Toad again finding similar amounts of value on this Torbjorn as did Dreg. Torbjorn extremely strong pick on defense. Really showing his worth on why you would pick him over other DPS characters. The Valkyrie and Torbolt available, so fight-ending ultimates, Bongo as well. Only the Hanzo ult and the Sigma ult available for Renaissance. Drag dead early, no Hanzo ult available. Renaissance will have to back up, wait for the Hanzo ult. Their win condition right now is a good flux into a possibly a McCree ult or a Hanzo ult. And here comes the graded flux, not waiting for that Hanzo ult to come back. Torbjorn in response, the lamp out. And the Torbjorn ult killing the Brigitte, really melting her down the butt. Jinxie dead, Toad extremely low, one more tick of damage, and he does find it. Beancan finding that one damage on the Toad that was needed. The Bongo looking to stabilize, but the Hanzo ult into the pool! A massive pool! Finds Baptiste and Orisa. A great ultimate, a great combo, as the Bongo finds no value. The late end matrix possibly not needed, but used to clean up the fight nonetheless. A great combo coming out here from Renaissance. Just seems like the DPS in the front line are so in sync with their combos, it's not even funny how deadly these combos have been so far this match. Great idea. Ragnarok trying to hold this Streets phase. Really, what is needed is a great defense, similar to the defense of Renaissance, but Renaissance only had to hold for 2 minutes on the Ragnarok 3:30. Really good reflex coming out here from Oli. The lamp in protest saying, no, I don't want to die. The Bongo coming out. The counter Bongo. Toad rocked and killed instantly. The Ant Matrix coming out here, looking to find its value. With the Blizzard coming out on the back line. The wall, massive, finding 2 squishies. No lamp to save them. Will there be follow-up? Beancan dead. As the Blizzard zones so hard, the front line is now falling. The Blizzard and the wall zoning so hard, putting resources into the back line, or not allowing resources to be put into the front line, causing their downfall. Renaissance, 2 minutes and 40 seconds here to go. Pushing in to this next fight. The Orisa looking to take some space here. Toad with that Torbolt though is looking to deny this value. Here comes the Torbolt, finding the Orisa instantly. The rally coming out from Professor AJ finds value as the Orisa dies and the fight is over. Again, that Torbolt extremely deadly against the rally, doing more damage to armor. Shred almost consistently a rally counter as it burns through that armor so quickly that it doesn't even matter. Again, now here for Renaissance on the attack once again, having the Gravitic Flux, seeming to have much more value out of the Gravitic Fluxes than do Ragnarok Academy, but also with the Hanzo and McCree ult looking to get them in the air above lamp and kill them there. Now the Orisa flanking around the left side, all of Rena's here. Both the Gravitic coming out at the same time. The High Noon finding the Baptiste in the back, traded out. So is dead. The Res should be coming down shortly onto the Baptiste now. Renaissance down, a man. Ragnarok's trying to stabilize here, but the tanks fall. Instead of backing up, the tanks fall into the blizzard. Directly into the blizzard. The Orisa using Fortify, trying to run away. But it is not enough as the Baptiste and the Brig both fall despite the late pick onto Hitman from Dreg. Ollie with the triple kill on that Sigma.
60 seconds remaining.
55 seconds remaining for Renaissance here as they're trying to finish this, get past this infamous choke. Hollow dead. Wait, Hollow dead? Seemed like he was flanking on the legs. Didn't even notice him flanking. But the Hanzo are coming out here, separating the Sigma and the Sigma. The Orisa soon to follow shortly, possibly. The Orisa walled off, but the Brig finding so much value. Soldier back, finding the Thorcraft Orisa. The Bongo coming out, and they push past, breaking this choke. The choke that was so dreaded on King's Row. Finally able to break through. But with only 15 seconds remaining, this will be an overtime push into this final fight of King's Row. Yeah, that arc there, that arch right there, is super dangerous. The defensive paradise. But was avoided as the fight was staggered from Renaissance's attack. They didn't have to deal with that arch. But Ragnarok on the retake with plenty of ults. The Riddick coming out early, finding 5. The lamp saving them. The Toad's ult coming out here, dealing massive amount of damage. Professor AJ is dead. Toad also going down. Toad killing Dragonfact, sorry. I was very confused there, it seems. As the ult's coming in here. Hollow finding the Sigma though. Wait! They're throwing this fight back! That looks so lost for them. They had the good flex up thing, but Hollow able to find the Sigma mid-flex. As Hitman is dead now. 6 are dead. For Ragnarok, Renaissance taking the match 3-1. Honestly, an incredible performance there. Last second win. Really did not look like should have won the fight down 2. Renaissance able to bring it back now. It's a good time to mention to vote for your MVP of the match. Honestly, Drag had a great performance. So did Beancan. So did Hollow. Those 3 in particular having amazing performances in this match here today. But yeah, Renaissance taking it 3-1. Honestly, that last fight was just pure pandemonium. Oh, absolutely insane fight, and somehow manages to bring it out. Renaissance, it's such an ult deficit. They were down. Ragnarok had 5 ulties. And he somehow was able to win the fight. Incredible job there from Renaissance all around. Beancan showing up massively on 6 and Anubis. But Greg, really one of the stars of the show, along with Hollow. Hollow on that soldier, finding the Sigma pick with the visor on that last team fight. Honestly, a great job from Renaissance to somehow manage to pull out the fight. And great GG's to both teams playing their hearts out. Ragnarok, upsettingly, after winning that first map, did not win the next three. Losing the next three in a row. Looked so good for them on King's Row, but they were unable to capitalize. As we wait for the MVP votes to come in here, really to know who will be the MVP. It looks like the team looks like we'll be going in with Jabo here to go and talk to him, see about his performance. Hello, Jabo.
Hello.
Is that how you want me to say your name, Jabo?
Yeah, this was not
Okay.
my idea, for the record.
Oh, that's fine. I sympathize with you. Same thing happened. But Jabo, I want to ask you about that last fight on King's Row. Absolutely amazing turnaround there after losing too early. Somehow managing to turn that fight around despite being down 5 alts. Really, what was going through
Yeah.
everyone's mind that last fight?
There was probably not a whole lot, but at the same time, everything. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of shouting, a lot of no breathing, at least on my end. I don't think I took a breath through that entire last fight, holding that fat right click on Hotel.
Yeah.
But
It was just
yeah, I don't think we expected to be able to pull out that last fight, and we just got a little bit lucky with a couple of things happening, and able to pull it out. It was nice.
yeah, great job there. So after Wednesday, losing that first map, coming into this match, what was your not expectation, what was your mindset going into this match after down 1-0 to start to pull off this reverse 3 maps?
Truthfully, not very good. We've had a couple scrims since then before today, and we've been really struggling with the double barrier comp. And for whatever reason, for some reason, I think I think we finally figured out like one of the key secrets of it, which isn't a secret at all, which is everybody focuses the halt.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we actually finally did that for the first time ever. And
Yeah.
I think that was honestly the biggest difference between Wednesday and today.
It felt like watching a completely different team there with those
Yes.
halts. Amazing halts. The Torb alts and the Hanzo alts coming in with those halts and just the focus fire coming in. On the defense on Temple of Anubis, the amount of times you were able to pick off supports or other squishies early into the fight, or even the Sigma, do you attribute that due to the teamwork around the halt?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we were able to capitalize on a couple of things that just like were basically lack of communications a little bit. There were a couple of people that were slow on rotations on Ragnarok's side, and were able to get lucky and just find somebody a lot of the time. It was unlucky that it was their Baptiste every time for them, truthfully, because the Baptiste was not the one in the back every time. It was just unlucky that the Baptiste was always the one who came out in the kill feed.
Yeah, but speaking more on you, Jabo, as you to be requested, as your teammates requested that you join us with this interview. Honestly, it seemed like that entire match, you guys were just one step ahead with your ult rotation, with your ultimates, with your combos of your ultimates, and one of that being the BAP Ant Matrix there. The signature part of that hero that you see a lot of the time. Do you feel like when you were calling those, like you were calling those out as a team, and you were like focusing on combos with them?
So actually, that is probably the one ult that we don't combo is Ant Matrix. Occasionally, like we tried to make a Ant Matrix High Noon play, which can get a cheeky kill here and there, but it's really not a go-to. Matrix, for the most part, because we're able to get it so fast, in general, is just kind of a well, if we need it kind of thing, we're gonna pop it. But as for everything else, yeah, we finally were able to like actually combo things together, and we were planning things like, okay, we're gonna pull dragons, which is guaranteed to force lamp, therefore we have a free sig ulti, or vice versa, we sig ulti into bongos or whatever. Basically, we were thinking about one extra cooldown in the lamp finally, which felt really good.
Yeah, lamps were very good, used for the right ultimates most of the time, or almost all the time, it would seem. Very good job on you guys for like alt rotations and all that. But for the final question here, looking forward, because you still have a lot of time as a team together moving forward here, do you think that this match has helped you progress as a team moving forward?
Absolutely. We've not been in a great headspace for the past since actually Wednesday. That one map loss on Wednesday that we had with all the DCs and stuff like that. The DCs tilted everybody into oblivion, and it definitely carried over through into our scrims and everything like that. And finally, actually being able to put together the things that we've been working on feels really good. And so, even if we hadn't come out with a W today, just the ability to like say that we played certain aspects of the double shield comp very well feels really good, and I think that's the most important part for us.
Yeah, a great 3-1 coming out here for today, looking much better, looking a lot more happy, I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot more happy coming in, ending this match here compared to Wednesday. And I will thank you for your time. Thank you for your interview. I know
Yeah, thank you.
some people are uncomfortable coming in here and taking interviews, but you've done a great job so far.
I'm fine with it, just not my idea.
Yeah, not your idea, but thank you for coming on here
Of
and good
course.
luck to your team and the rest of this season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That will end the match for today. Ragnarok versus Renaissance, the 3-1 here today, taking the last three maps. And really, just as you heard with that interview with Jabo, a lot better headspace than they were losing that first map on Wednesday. But that'll wrap it up here for here today at Revolution Esports. This has been your Division 2 match, Ragnarok versus Renaissance. I've been your caster, worst Overwatch player. Nothing to plug here. I will once again plug Revolution's Twitter, because please follow them at _Revolution OW. Great Twitter, great community, great everything. Again, exclamation point Discord if you want to join a community as well. But that'll be it from here for us here today. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention our great producer, Sunmilk, producing this match here for you today for your viewing experience, for your viewing pleasure. Great job to her as well. We'll see him now, but that'll be all for today. I'll be signing off and wish you all thank you all for coming out and watching us and supporting us on stream. And good night to you all.